Welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. I'm outside again in the garden doing another outside video. It's a bit chilly at the moment. It's night. Well, it's about 7:30 in the evening. It's still light, so can still record this video. So here I am. I'm gonna do this little video. I don't think I've ever done this video. I've looked through my videos and I don't recall doing such a video. Or I might have done it and deleted it. I don't know. I just can't remember. Anyway, these are my top 10 bands of all time. I'm just going to run through my top 10 bands of all time. Starting in 10th place, we've got King Diamond. I love King Diamond. I remember the first time I heard King Diamond, I was in shock. His vocals just shocked me. It was so crazy. I'd never really heard anything like it at that point. It must have been, I'd say, the mid-90s, maybe 96. I heard Merciful Fate for the first time, and then I heard the King Diamond band. I just fell in love with the King Diamond band especially. I know a lot of people love Merciful Fate as well, but for me, I love King Diamond. It's more theatrical. Merciful Fate is more sort of straight ahead satanic, but King Diamond is just awesome. So many awesome albums. I just love the music in King Diamond. It's excellent. It's in 10th place. In 9th place, we've got the mighty Virgin Steel from Long Island, New York. I love Virgin Steel. They're awesome. In recent times, their output is very iffy. David DeFay, his vocal style has changed quite a bit. He's not as awesome as he used to be. But when I first heard Virgin Steel, it would have been 98 on the Invictus album, and then I worked my way backwards. I just fell in love with Virgin Steel. I just love that band. Awesome thinking man's heavy metal, just great theatrical vocals, meaty production. Their production has always been slightly iffy, not the best, but I don't know, it just suits the music, especially that golden period in the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. Just some great albums. Even the later ones are still okay, still got some epicness to them, but they've just lost some of their appeal, but I still make my list. I love Virgin Steel. In 8th place, we've got Testament, what do you call it? The new not new wave, but the, what's it called? Bay Area is the word I'm looking for. I lost my train of thought. Bay Area thrash metal band. I just love Testament. So many great albums, so consistent. They really, for me, they're really part of the big four, really. I far prefer them to Anthrax, far prefer them to, I wouldn't say far prefer to Slayer, but I prefer Testament to Slayer, definitely. But they're not quite as good as classic Metallica and, of course, Megadeth, but we'll get there, won't we? But I love Testament. So many classy albums, especially the classic period. I love that, all the old stuff. I like the new stuff as well. It's solid, it's crunchy, it's good, but the classic stuff is just awesome. I love the classic stuff. In 7th place, we go to Sweden and the mighty SABATON, kings of Swedish power metal. So many great albums. I first heard them a long time ago, before they were anywhere near famous. I remember finding them on the internet, and it must have been around 99 or 2000, just dead on. And I just came across this band SABATON, and I thought they were funny, awesome to listen to, very gruff vocalist, just interesting songs, interesting power metal. Since then, obviously, so many albums, so many classy albums, just consistent. They always sound the same, which can be a negative for some people, but for me, that's a positive. I love SABATON. In 6th place, we've got the mighty POWERWOLF. Very similar to SABATON. They know, they stick to their style, the werewolf style power metal. lyrics about werewolves, tongue-in-cheek Satanism. Well, not Satanism, but tongue-in-cheek sort of anti-Christian lyrics, if you want, but nothing to be taken seriously. Their music is just awesome power metal. I love their style. POWERWOLF, so many great albums. Anytime POWERWOLF releases is like a big event for me. You know, I just love them. One of the best modern day bands. Okay, the top 5, my top 5 bands of all time. Wow. In 5th place, we go to Germany. We stay in Germany, I should add. And the mighty Running Wild. I just love Running Wild. I remember the first time I heard Running Wild, it would have been around 1998 on the Rivalry album. I didn't really hear them before that, but I just fell in love with Running Wild. I just love their style. I love Rock and Roll's lyric style, the pirate themes and all his war themes. Just fell in love with the band. Their music style is awesome. Galloping heavy power metal, very melodic, very catchy choruses. Okay, in recent times, Rock and Roll has been hit and miss. He's still churning out albums quite regularly. The most recent one was, really good. I really enjoyed the most recent one. So Running Wild has to be on my list, and in 5th place. Okay, the top 4. In 4th place, I'm going to Sweden and the mighty ECLIPSE. If you follow this channel, or if you follow me, you should know by now that I am a huge ECLIPSE nut. I love ECLIPSE to death. Eric Martinson, the good boy, can do no wrong for me. He's just an amazing songwriter, great singer. ECLIPSE albums are just awesome from front to back. So many great albums. I just love ECLIPSE. Just awesome. What can I say? Just an awesome band, and has to be on my list. Okay, the top 3. In 3rd place, of course, we're coming to the UK and the mighty Iron Maiden. I'm sure Iron Maiden is in most people's top 10 metal band list, top 10 bands of all time list. They need no introduction. It's Iron Maiden, I'm not going to talk too much. Everyone loves Maiden. I'm no different. Okay, the top 2. The 2nd place might surprise you a bit, but I just love this band. They're now extinct, of course. It's the Mighty Death from Florida, Chuck Schuldiner band. Chuck, of course, passed away now. Long time, 20 years anniversary. But I just fell in love with Death. I first heard Death, I think, in 1993 to 4, something like that. First album I heard is Individual Thought Patterns. I fell in love with that album. Then I worked my way backwards to Human, and then Spiritual Healing, and then the debut Scream Bloody Gore, and then obviously in '95 they released Symbolic. I know these albums off by heart almost. And then in '98, the final album, The Sound of Perseverance. I love all Death albums. My least favourite is the debut, Scream Bloody Gore, because it's sort of quite raw. But after that, Death becomes sort of more thrash, more melodic, more technical. Not so much thrashy. They're sort of thrashier earlier on, but just becomes a more clinical, classy, technical band. So I really love Death. Chuck. I used to have a big poster of Chuck up a long time ago, but Chuck, he's my hero. He's just amazing guy. I mean, such a cool dude playing death metal, but such a, in his interviews he comes across as such a cool dude. Shame he passed away at such a young age. Wow. But Death is my 2nd favorite band of all time. But my number 1 band of all time is the mighty Megadeth, of course, and Dave Mustaine. I just love Megadeth too much. I love all eras of Megadeth. I love the thrashy stuff. I love the non-thrashy stuff. I love melodic. I love heavy. They've just got good albums. Dave Mustaine, he just writes quality music. I just enjoy Mustaine's writing style. I like the way Megadeth does theirs. Albums, production is always good. You know, some of their later stuff is sort of less good. It's not. It's sort of okay, but overall, Megadeth has given me so much great music that I've loved over the years. That you know, they have to be my favorite band of all time. So there you have it. That was my top 10 bands of all time. In 10th place, King Diamond. 9, Virgin Steel. 8, Testament. 7, Sabaton. 6, Powerwolf. 5, Running Wild. 4, Eclipse. 3rd, Iron Maiden. 2, Death. And the top band, Megadeth. Okay, stay tuned.